Hello, beautiful people. Viv going live from York. So, I've been doing some thinking and working out where I'm going to be heading next with my business. And I did an interesting shamanic journey about it, and various things collided. And I've decided to change my business focus and therefore my business name to Essentially Evolving. So there's a couple of reasons for this, because obviously if you've watched any of my stuff before or know what my business is, I've been called, well, obviously I'm called Viv Chamberlain Kidd, but that's a bit of a mouthful. So I've been running all my stuff under the umbrella of Essentially Shamanic, because that's how I identify myself. And it's a clever play on words, because I use essential oils in my shamanic work. So essentially for the oils, but also I believe my essence is essentially shamanic. But I didn't want anybody, because a lot of people don't know what shamanism is, and it's not something they resonate with it, which is perfectly fine. And I didn't want that to put people off coming and seeing me, because there's various healing techniques I do which aren't necessarily shamanic, and I do a lot of dream work, and obviously I use the oils, and although I use that in my shamanic practice, the oils can help you with physical issues, mental issues, all sorts of things. So, and I've mentioned in a previous live that I read the Evan Carmichael Your One Word book, and you definitely should read it if you're a business owner. It's just a really nice way of looking at why you're doing what you're doing. So that big thing about why you're doing what you're doing, and what are your core values, and what do you truly believe, and all that sort of stuff he covers in that book. It's really good. And his other book, I've totally forgotten the title. I'll write it in the comments. Something to do with best serve, whatever. Also goes into that as well. And when I was doing the one word stuff, because he takes you through how to find what your one word is, mine was love. So obviously I also love the fact that evolving, the first four letters of evolving are love backwards. And I also love evolving because my name is Viv, and evolving's got two V's in it. So there's a whole load of things that really resonated with me. But one of the main things I really like about it is the fact that I hope the day I die, I will still be learning and growing and changing as a person. I don't want to ever think that I'm not evolving, that I'm not changing the way I do things, or the way I see things, or the way I interact with people, or the way I learn stuff, or the way, just the way I live. I think it's really important that we as human beings we don't take ourselves so seriously and detach ourselves so much from the natural world that we forget that there is so much we can learn from where we've come from and where we're going. So that side of evolution that you've come from, and if you've seen any of my lives before, I talk a lot about ancestors and the legacy they leave, and the things you can learn from the people who've gone before you, even if you've never met them. They resonate through the generations, through your DNA and who you are. So you've got that sort of evolution of historical things that you carry with you, but also the evolution of we've moving beyond greed and selfishness and detachment from each other, and evolving together to be more compassionate and more loving and more accepting. And so I wanted that to be reflected in my business name, that I don't mind if you're not shamanic. I don't mind if you don't have a spiritual practice. I think you're missing out on something if you don't. And I think shamanism is a great way to honor your spiritual side, because it's not a religion, so it hasn't got all that hierarchical dogma and all stuff like that. But it's not going to stop me having a conversation with you or finding out why you do the things you do. The same way that I'm a bit of a geek, as you might be able to tell from my t-shirt, but I don't mind if you're not. I don't mind if you don't watch Marvel films and get really excited about stuff like that, like I do. I don't mind if you're not obsessed with Rubik's cubes the way that I am. I don't mind if your brain doesn't work the same as mine, because I think that we make the world a better place by all being authentically ourselves and accepting who we are and learning from our mistakes and loving each other and finding compassion for each other and evolving as human beings together in community with the world, with where nature is, with what's happening in the world, etc., etc. So I just wanted to share that I'm going to be updating some things over the next month. It's probably going to take a while because sometimes I take a while to truly find where I am evolving in myself. And that's also part of the thing, is the exciting journey of where I'm taking my business, what I'm now bringing into it, the fact that I've found a way to do ancestral healing and past life healing in the way that really suits me, hopefully different from the way other people do it. But I've also got a new logo and exciting things happening. I might as well show you because it's just sitting here. So I've got my lovely, you can't see the logo there. So that's my Essentially Shamanic, Essentially Evolving Viv folder that I got done. So I can use that with all my clients, which is really exciting because I prefer handwriting everything. Even though I'm a geek, I like a pen and paper. And I thought the last thing I'd do is just get my lovely medicine cards out. And if anybody's still watching or you're watching on replay, let me know if you're watching on replay. Let me know if there's things that you'd like me to talk about, because I'm happy to talk about anything. I've been on a crazy journey up to this point in my life. And next week, I'm probably going to be talking about the next challenge I want to do. Sometimes I get a bit like, oh, what am I going to do next? So I did my crazy swimming pool challenge the year before last for my son's trip. But I'm thinking I need to do something for myself in the run up to, I always get very excited about sort of relaunching and redoing things in September. So I'm wanting to find something that I can sort of do from May to September, which will help my evolution as a person. So if you can think of any crazy thing you'd like me to do or anything you'd like me to talk about, please just let me know. I'm more than happy to talk about anything. I do these things every week, so you might as well give me some topics that you might want me to talk about. I can talk about puzzles, I can talk about geeky things, I can talk about essential oils and how to use them for stuff. I'm going to be doing a grief workshop in the Dead Good Festival coming up in May, so I'll be posting about that in a couple of, well, I'll be posting about that as soon as I actually get around to thinking about what I'm posting. But just let me know if there's any things you want me to talk about. Philosophy, I love talking about philosophy. If you want to have an argument about anything, I'm quite discussion, not an argument, a discussion, but whatever. Let's do a card pull. I'm feeling like it's a good time to do. So we have come up with, ooh, nice one. Look at this beauty. The ant. So let's find out what they say about the ant. And I think this book is the one that I always get a bit confused because they don't do it quite in the order that you think they're going to. But let's see. Oh, no, they do. It's not this book then. It must be one of my other ones. So, the ant. The ant can carry a leaf over hundreds of miles just to get it back to the anthill. Ants in Africa will strip a forest bare when food is scarce if it takes them a year. Ant's medicine is the strategy of patience. Ant is a builder like beaver, is aggressive like badger, has stamina like elk, scrutiny like mouse, and giveaway like turkey. Every ant in an anthill is part of the ant group mind, as all the ants work for the queen ant and the hive. Self-sacrifice is part of ant medicine. Greater than ants' other medicines, however, is patience. Ant people are active, community-minded folks who see the greater future needs of their town. Ant people are planners like squirrel and are content to see their dreams being built a little at a time. In today's society, that is a rare quality. In the desert, one type of ant will burrow a conical hole with its apex at the bottom. The ant will cover itself and patiently wait for some unsuspecting insect to fall in. As the sand crumbles, the prey eventually falls to the bottom, only to find ants' open jaws. Patience does have its rewards. Ant people have a knowing about the sweet victory at the end of the line. There is never a concern about going without if they are late for the opening of a sale. If what they want is sold out, they are sure that something equal or better is available. If you have ant medicine, you eat slowly and deliberately and are content in knowing that what is yours will come to you. This knowing is good medicine. It shows a trust in the universe to provide. If ant meandered into your spread today, it is time to show a little trust and patience in some life situation. You may have forgotten that you will always receive that which you need at the time you need it most. If it is not on the horizon or just around the next anthill, you may need to use some strategy. How can you put to use your power of creation until it arrives, whatever it means to you at this time? And is working for the good of the whole. Are you? If you are, be assured that the whole wants the same goodness for you and that it will be provided. Which I think is quite apt, considering we were talking about evolution and working together and evolving and looking to nature for strategies and stuff, but looking to each other for, you know, solidarity and finding a better way to do things, etc., etc. So I just thought I'd share that. Looks like my Facebook has stopped working, so I will share this on Facebook. So take care, everybody. If you want to know more about anything I do, just get in touch. Love you. Bye.